Is the Galaxy Z Fold 5 a better device than the Galaxy Z Fold 4? I'm going to show you my experience with this Galaxy Z Fold 4 and show you everything that happened with mine during the course of owning this device. Multi-window closed. Your phone is too hot. Let it cool down before using multi-window again. Multi-window is the underlying interface that lets you use multiple applications on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. It is going to be the same thing on the Galaxy Z Fold 5 also. With this Fold 4, I was using multiple applications at the same time and also using the camera to record 8K 24 frames per second at the same time. This was the only way multi-window closed and the device was overheated. You can even see while I try to navigate between these applications, the device is lagging slightly, but it can still be used normally. The great news with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is that they are using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is found on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Honestly, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is a beast. It is a chip that cannot be broken. I tried everything on my S23 Ultra in order to achieve the same state, multi-window closed and the device overheated, but I couldn't and I gave up because that chip handles everything perfectly and the device never overheated and I didn't have this issue of multi-window closed. So with the Galaxy Z Fold 5, bye-bye this issue of overheating that we found on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Since the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the S22 Ultra share the same chip, I had the same issue with the S22 Ultra also, multi-window closed because the device was overheated. I have just proven that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 has a better chip that can handle things more better than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So let me know in the comment box if having an upgraded chip is going to let you upgrade to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. By using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, the Z Fold 5 is going to have a better battery life than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Currently, the battery life on this Z Fold 4 is 85% and the time is 7:47 p.m. I have just completed my battery drain test and you can see we are at 50% of battery left and the time is 8:33 p.m. So my battery drain test went for 47 minutes and I was able to drain 35% of the battery in that time. By going with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy, I'm sure that in that same time, 47 minutes, I will be drained by 20% maybe. When I get the Z Fold 5 in hand, I will do the same test and see what kind of numbers I get. So in terms of charging, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is a little bit on the slow side because you need at least 1 hour and 10 minutes in order to get to 100% of battery. 1 hour and 10 minutes is what most people get with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but I was able to get on my Galaxy Z Fold 4 100% in about 52 minutes. I think if the Galaxy Z Fold 5 gets to 100% in about 1 hour or 52 minutes is going to be the best case scenario. Comparing my time with the S23 Ultra and S22 Ultra while charging to 100%, I was able to find that the S23 Ultra does charge to 100% a little bit slower than the S22 Ultra. The difference was 55 minutes for the S22 Ultra and about 1 hour for the S23 Ultra. I believe I will have the same thing with the Galaxy Z Fold 5. It is going to charge a little bit slower than the Z Fold 4, but it should be within 5% of the parameters. In daily use, you will most likely not find any difference in charging between these two devices. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 had 3 cameras on the back and 1 camera at the front, 1 on the inside also. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 does not do anything different. It has the same setup for the cameras. Basically, if you're looking for a better cameras, do not upgrade to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. It is the same thing. It might be slightly better due to software adjustment, but it is basically the same thing. Using the outside screen of the Galaxy Z Fold 4 or 5 is going to be pretty similar, except that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is going to be better to be held with one hand compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 4, because the Galaxy Z Fold 5 does fix what was a small gap between the screen when the Fold 4 was closed. On the Fold 5, this small gap has been reduced and is almost non-existent. On the inside of this Galaxy Z Fold 4, you have the big screen. You can use it for everything, but you can still see the crease on the middle of the screen. It is not going to be different for the Galaxy Z Fold 5. The only thing on the inside of this foldable device that needed to be fixed or upgraded or redesigned was the under the screen camera sensor. This is the only thing that Samsung people and non-Samsung people agree that it is something that needs to be fixed for an $1,800 smartphone. I think one of the solutions Samsung can implement in order to improve this camera is to push the camera on one of the corners. When they have the camera on one of the corners, they just need to make a small cutout on the screen and put a real normal camera on that area. Having the camera on one of the corners is not going to bother anybody, and most likely you will not cover the camera with your thumbs while you're using the device unfolded. So this was my implementation on how to make the inside camera better, and this might be on the Galaxy Z Fold 6, 7 or 8, or even none of them. For the Galaxy Z Fold 6, they can just improve the camera quality of the under the screen camera sensor, and after they have done that, everybody will be happy and the camera will still be under the screen. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is here to set a new standard for multitasking and productivity. This device is going to be the new king of productivity, and it is going to solve most of the small hiccups that we found on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Share the video exclusively to your friends who are considering the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Like the video and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. $1,800 for the Pixel Fold or the Galaxy Z Fold 5.